Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Is everybody able to hear me, sisters? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad. I welcome you, sisters, to this lesson number 11 of our Tajweed course. I hope everyone is doing fine. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us all. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all. Ameen ya Rab. Sorry for the little delay today. Okay. Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever would love to be delivered from hellfire and admitted into paradise, let him meet his end with faith in Allah and the last day, and let him treat people as he would love to be treated. Sahih Muslim. So as we can see in this hadith, of course, every Muslim has to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and believe in the day of judgment. But you see how important it is to treat people, that it is coming right after that. It is very important that we are treating other people like we would like us to be treated. So we have to be kind with other people. We don't have to be rude with other people. We need to be patient with other people, whether it's our family, it's our workplace, or somewhere else. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to treat people the way we would like to be treated ourselves. I mean, Ya Rab, this is nasiyah for me, for myself first, my respect sisters, and then for you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq for that. I mean, Ya Rab. Okay, we have gone past all of this. So alhamdulillah, I hope there's no need for us to ask any question about it. But if somebody can tell me, Sister Asiya Fatma, if you could tell me what is the second pillar of Tajweed? Okay. Sister Jamila, do you agree to her? Sister Samira, Nakharij is the first pillar, my respected sister. Sister Safia said, Sifat. Sister Jamila didn't answer. From now onwards, if question is asked, please, everybody needs to answer. Before that, there was theory. I don't know, you were listening or you're doing something else or you were trying to multitask. Now this is practical, yeah? You need to understand whatever is being said here so that you can apply accordingly during your recitation. فَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. So when you recite the Quran, first seek refuge in Allah from shaitan, the expelled from his mercy. How do we recite between the surah? Do we say al-astada or we just start reciting? Between the two surah, finishing one surah, starting another surah. Sister Samira said Basmala. Sister Mumtana said Basmala. Sister Safia said the same thing. Anybody else? Sister Aisha Fayed? Basmala. Correct, mashallah, tabarakallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us in the Quran, وَرَتَّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا, and recite the Quran with tartil. Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu explains tartil as هو تجويد الحروف ومعرفة الوقوف. Sister Samira, look, this is makhraj, yeah, the first thing, which is, alhamdulillah, we've done that. So this is the second thing is sifat. Sifat is of two types, we said. One is the sifat which is permanent, one which is temporary. We are doing the temporary sifat at the moment. Inshallah, we'll do the permanent ones afterwards. How many letters come from the lips? And how many? Okay, first answer that. Sister Safia, 18 comes from tongue. My respect is not from lips. From lips, 4 letters comes. And there are 2 articulation points. That's fine, Sister Safia, no problem. And we all can make mistakes. That's not problem. The main idea is that we know. We get to know in the end. Yes, 2 are articulation areas. That's correct. What is the name of the letters of throat? Huruful halqi, throat letters. Yeah. And which are those? Those are the letters we are going to study more about them today. Something related to them. Hamza, ha, ain, ha, ghain, kha. Sister Samira, if you will memorize it in the way they are pronounced, in the way they are placed in the throat, it'll be much easy for you to not only memorize, but to be able to memorize, bismillah ta'ala, that which letter is coming from where. So Hamza, ha is the bottom, ain, ha is the middle, and ghain, kha is the top of the throat. Barakallahu fi. Okay. We've also done this. Has anybody got any questions about it? Please be very specific if you have any questions regarding these harakat. Regarding these, okay, the screen has not changed on your side. I don't know. Any question regarding harakat? Any question regarding tanween? Because if you don't know, then you cannot move forward. You cannot understand. Because, for example, in today's lesson, tanween is again going to come. So we need to know what is tanween. I take the silences. Everybody knows what is tanween. So sifat, these are the sifat. These are the 11 sifat. And we are doing at the moment Noon Sakina with Tanween. Who knows Noon Sakina and Tanween? What is the phrase for that? If you don't know that phrase, then there's no point going forward. Sisters, Sister Mumtaina, Sister Asiya Fatma, Sister Samira, you're not going to answer. Anybody else? What are the letters on which this rule applies? No, Sister Samira is fine. We're saying rule of Noon Sakina and Tanween. Okay, Sister Safiya, one answer. Who else? Sisters, we need to know the letters. If we don't know the letters, look, these are the letters. These are the 6 letters. One word only, yarmaloon. If we don't know yarmaloon, how will we know anything else? So, for example, this rule we have studied before, which is called merging, joining the words. It only happens when any other letter in the Quran comes. It only happens when these letters come in the Quran. And then we see what is coming after that, and accordingly we apply the rule. This is, I don't know really how to, if it's I'm misunderstanding or what's happening here. If sisters do not know this, then how is this going to happen, sisters? How are you going to apply this? Please repeat the question. I'll repeat the question. The question is, do you know these letters? Have you memorized these letters? Because if you do not memorize these letters, then how will you know that what are we going to do? I understand Sister Mumtaina, Sister Aisha, few of the sisters who regularly reply, but others also need to know, isn't it? So I'm just thinking, do I need to go back again to this chapter? Because if we have finish this idgham. We were not going to explain it again, but if sisters do not know Ghair Malun, then how do they know that there is going to be an idgham? Everybody knows how to raise hands. Please raise hands for this question, that who has memorized that? There are 3 dots on your screen. Just press them and you will find the option of raising hand. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, mashallah, tabaraka, 7 hands only. What about other sisters? 3, let's count once again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. What about other sisters? Sister Zulekha? Sister Fatima? Sister Sakina? Sister Badru? What's happening here? Okay. Thing is, if these 6 letters are there, or any of the 6 letters comes in the Quran, then after that, depending on what is coming, you apply the rule. Now, I don't know really, shall I continue? Shall I ask everybody to memorize and then we will have class next week? Okay. Okay, so once again, these 6 letters, after that idgham happens, I really don't know what to do about that. We will continue to today's. So has anybody in this class said that they wanted to see this Musaf? I'm not sure which class was that. Was any among you wanted to see this Tajweed Musaf, or it was some other class? If any one of you was there, then say yes, otherwise we will change the slide. Okay, my internet is playing up. Okay, so this is the color coded Musaf. You can find it in the places where they have the Quran and Islamic books in your countries, in your cities, or you can find it on the internet. There's a PDF is available. What's the difference? This is because it is important for you to understand. It will be inshallah very much helpful for you to read the Quran with Tajweed. Even if you're taking the course, if you have this Musaf, then you can always verify that whether you're doing correct or not. Look, this is the normal print, yeah, black and white, no colors. So this is perhaps on the right hand side is South African or Indian subcontinent print. This is perhaps a Middle Eastern print, yeah. So this is black and white. You can't say anything here. You need to know the rule. You don't know this first line. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Amma yatasaalun. Is there any mad? Is there any idgham coming, ikhfa coming? Whatever rules are there, you don't know. Whereas look at this one. Here it's all colors. So where you have to stretch the letter, where you have to do the mad, you see this, the red line is appearing. So you know that this red line means you have to do mud, you have to do stretch. This orange one as well is a kind of a mud, so you have to stretch it. Now this dal comes, this means this letter has to be bouncing. It's one of the bouncy letters. Likewise, this tanween, you see, we are studying the rule of tanween and nun sakina. So when the tanween is coming, tanween is grayed out here because this is going to merge. These two will be abidum, abidum, it's not going to be abidun. So this is indicating that there is some rule is applying and there's something going to happen. If you know a little bit of rule, then you can fill in the blanks and you can understand, okay, here's the rule of idgham. So this is very, very important Musaf. If you want to have, you can just have it. You see this noon, this is telling you that you have to do, you have to hold this noon here. You have to do gunna. Innahu, innahu. This ba, this dal is telling you this ba, that these words are from the family of bouncy letters and you have to bounce them. So this is what I wanted to show you, that if somebody wants to have it, then please feel free. It is available on the internet as well. Have it on your phone. So while you're practicing, after learning the rules, you can inshallah carry on with that. Okay, today we will take al-izhar. What is al-izhar? In these are the letters. Hamza, ha, ain, ha, ghain, kha, huruful halqi, throat letters. Yeah. After these throat letters, yani after noon sakina wa tanween. So we know, everybody knows what is noon sakin and tanween. Does everybody know what is noon sakin and tanween? Whoever do not know, please say no. If there is any no, please come forward. Alhamdulillah. So after noon sakin and tanween, any of the letter from these 6 letters comes, we do izhar. What do? We do izhar. Izhar is just saying, izhar is the actual thing, the original. I don't know which screen I should go to. Okay. So what is izhar? Izhar in the language, the dictionary meaning is al-bayan, yani saying something very clearly. And in the technical meaning of Tajweed, it means pronouncing a letter without any additional gunna. So we don't take the sound in the nose and we recite as the word is there. So there is no nasalization involved and it's very clear pronunciation. This is what izhar is. How many letters? There are 6 letters. Hamza, ha, ain, ha, ghain, and kha. And these are the examples. Can anybody, so this is the example from when it's in the one word, when it's in the 2 words, when it is in the 3 word. This is where the izhar will happen. Can anybody tell me how izhar is different from idgham, looking at this particular area? We said here that huruful izhar are 6 and 3 kind of examples are given. One is the example when it is in the same word, one is when it is in the 2 words, and one is with the tanween. Sisters have said no merging taking place. Of course, when we say izhar, there's no merging taking place. So we are not comparing this with idgham at this level. This level, at the heading level, you could say, yeah, one is clear, one is good tanween. At this level, what is the difference between izhar and idgham? Sister Mumtahina? MashaAllah, tabarakallah. The difference is idgham does not happen in one word. Idgham must happen in 2 words. What will happen if idgham is what will happen if the letters of idgham will come in one word? Izhar mutlaq. That's just the name of different izhar, but that would mean that we will recite it clearly. We will not do any. Look, these are the letters. These are the letters. These are the idgham letters, isn't it? Ya coming after noon, noon, wow coming after noon, again wow coming after noon, or ya coming after noon. But we don't do any idgham here. We don't assimilate them. We don't merge them. We do no gunna here. We clearly recite them dunya, qinwan, swinwan, bunyan. Why? Because they are coming in one word. So idgham cannot happen when the conditions are met in one word. Conditions have to met in 2 different words or with tanween. Whereas izhar, if the conditions are met, yani any of the letters from huruful halqi comes after noon sakina or tanween, then izhar will happen. So these are the examples. The other print was not very clear. I think this will be inshallah more clearer. So this is yan auna. Yan auna. We are not doing any sort of gunna here. Or no, we are not hiding. We are not merging. We are being very clear in our pronunciation. This is yan hauna. Yan hauna. This is an amta. Yan hituna. Fasayun ghiduna. Wal munkhaniqatu. Man amana. Min hadin. Min alaqin, min hakimin. I hope it is clear. Let's go here. And who will tell me in this ayah, where is izhar happening? Here, this ayah. Sister Ahmed said, one her. Anybody else? One her. One her. 3 answers. One her. And why is this happening? Who can tell me? It is happening because Noon Sakin is coming before Ha, and Ha is from Huruful Halqi. So throat letters are coming after Noon Sakin. So if throat letter come after Noon Sakin, we read it clearly. If Yarmalul letters come after Noon Sakin, we do idgham, yani we merge them and we read with nasalization. We take the sound in the nose. This is nasalization, this is gunna. To take the sound in the nose and hold it there for a little bit and then say it. Okay, in this ayah, where is izhar happening? Sister Asya said, Jannatin. Sister Mumtana said, Tanween and Ain. This is the correct answer. Ain, and after that is Tanween. So Tanween, and after Tanween, the letter Ain is coming. Which category letter Ain is? Which group? Huruful Halqi, throat letters, which are Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, Kha. You see, Ain is the third one there. In this ayah, this third ayah, in this ayah, where is izhar happening? Sister Samira, where is izhar happening? Sister Samira, you have written Lam. I'm very interested to know that what are you saying? Where is izhar happening in this ayah? No, sister, after ilafi is not happening. Where? How come after ilafi? Look, first thing we need to see is in this kalima ilafi, is there a tanween? There is no tanween. Is there a noon sakin? There's no noon sakin. Let's go to another word. Quraishin. Yeah, Quraishin, there's tanween here. Okay, what? So now we have to be at the alert and see what's coming next. Next is coming Hamza. So this is why izhar is happening. Sakina, izhar is happening. Look at the whole ayah. I think you sisters have just looked here and you haven't seen that. Otherwise, you would have known that. So the whole ayah is أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم. We didn't say قريش, we say قريش إيلافهم. So this is where izhar is happening. Look, قريش, there's a tanween. What is coming after tanween? Hamza. Here's Hamza. And Hamza belongs from which part? Hamza is from Huruful Halqi. لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم. We didn't say tanween, as we didn't take the sound in the nose. We clearly said Qurayshin. It is coming from Huruful Halqi. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. This is excellent. Taking part and not understanding or making mistake is perfectly fine. But alhamdulillah, now you know something. If you don't even take the part, what's going to happen? Very soon your mind will drift into many other things, and you are there in the class, but you're thinking something else, and you actually don't even realize what's happening, what's going on in the class, until after maybe 5-10 minutes, you'll realize, oh, I'm in the class, what has been said? I don't know. Okay, let's pay attention from now onward. And this process will keep going on and on again and again. Okay, in this one, ذَلِكَ, this ayah. MashaAllah. Other sisters, would you like to say, where is izhar happening? How will you recite this ayah? And this is the core reason for us to be in this course, isn't it? To be able to recite the Quran. Before that, there were makharij, so somebody would not say anything and sit and listen. This was okay. But here, please pay attention and take part in that. This is the portion. Dhalika liman, liman. So as soon as you saw noon sakin, you immediately have to think what is coming after that. And you saw kha is coming after that. So it means kha is from throat letters and we read it very clearly. We don't do any gunna, we don't hide it. So we say dhalika liman khashiya. What did we read in the definition? In the language, the dictionary meaning is clarity, saying it clearly. And even the technical meaning was saying the letter clearly without any additional gunna. So liman khashiya. Okay. Now here, who will tell me in this ayah, where is izhar happening, where the red cursor is right now? Okay. Sister Asiya said, Sister Aisha, man amila. Anybody else? Sister Ahmed, mashallah, tabarakallah. Sister Mumtaina, correct. Sister Sakina, man amila, correct. So this is noon, man. It's noon sound, man, and noon has sakin. It didn't say na, ni, nu is. Yeah, it is after the Sister Samir, that's correct. Ain after noon. So noon comes, noon is sakin, and then we see what is coming after noon is ain, and ain is from huruful halqi. So we say man amila, amila, man amila. Okay, in this ayah, where the cursor is right now, where is izhar happening in this ayah? Okay, Sister Asiya has given some answer. Sister Samira said min sharri. Okay, Sister Samira. Okay, Sister Samira. Okay, we will see. Sister Uzma said hasidin. Sister Aisha Faik said hasidin, hasidin, wa min sharri. Sister Sakirat is of the view of Sister Samira. Okay, so Sister Samira and Sister Sakina, look here again. You are correct half of the way, that yes, there is the noon sakin, wa min. So you made it into thinking that there is something. But please look what is coming after that. After that is coming as sheen, sheen. The rule we are studying, it says what? After noon sakin or tanween, any of these letters come, any of these 6 letters. Yeah. This is a benefit. If you have memorized, then inshallah we'll have no issue. So is sheen among those letters? Hamza, ha, ain, ha, ghain, kha? No. But here is sheen. So there, this part, there is no izhar. There's something else. We will, inshallah, try to study today. Here is where izhar is happening. Tanween came hasidin. And after tanween is coming hamza, which is from huruful halqi. So hasidin idha hasad. Whereas this one will be recited wa min sharri. We will do gunna here. But this is some other rule. We will look into that. But after nun sakin, if or tanween after any letter from huruful halqi will come, then we will read it clear. Otherwise, we will not read it clear. Okay, this ayah. Okay, sister said, Ahmed, man a'ta. Okay, sister Asiya Fatma, Noon Sakin followed by Hamza. MashaAllah. Noon Sakin, Hamza. Sister Mumtaz. Sister Samira, what do you think? And Sister Sakirat, what do you think? Shakirat. I'm sorry, what do you think? Sahih, Sister Samira. So Noon Sakin here, and after that, Hamza. Sister Sakirat, same as above. MashaAllah, Barakallah fi. So it's فَأَمَّا مَنْ أَعْطَى. In this ayah, the 4th ayah, Sister Ahmad said, يَوْمَئِذٍ. Sister Sakina, okay, she has given the answer from the previous question. Okay, Sister Asiya, Yawma Idin, Sister Mumtahina, Tanween, and after Tanween is Kha. Sister Aisha, correct. Sister Uzma, correct. Sister Techno, correct. Sister Samira, Sister Shakira, what is your view? In this ayah, where is izhar happening? You see, wujuhuin. This is something else is happening. Why? This ayah, Sister Samira, this one where the cursor is. So there are three words here. First one between wujuhui and ya. What is happening here? Sister Samira, you answer me. This ayah. What is happening in the beginning first here? Where the cursor is right above that. What rule is being applied here? Nobody else would say anything. Sister Samira and Sister Shakira. Yeah, Sister Samira is ya. Correct. We understand it's ya followed by tanween. So if there's a tanween and ya comes, what do we do? Sister Shakira said idgham. Sister Samira, what do you think? Gunna. But the word is idgham. Yeah, because idgham means to join. Now, idgham, we said there are two categories. One is with gunna, one is without gunna. If you say gunna here, then what are you going to say over there? Without gunna, it will not really be very technical answer. So this is idgham with gunna. And what is happening here? Tanween, and after tanween, letter is coming from huruful halqi. It's okay, Sister Samira. You were typing, that's fine. Sister Shakira, Sister Samira. The second and third word, what is going to happen here? Between the second word and third word, what rule is being applied? Izhar. Because tanween is there, and after tanween is kha coming, which is from huruful halqi, throat letters. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Alhamdulillah, you've understood that. So have a look at it here once again. I think we need to see the examples and explain a little bit. Look, this noon is coming. After noon, what is there? Hamza. So it is yan auna. Clearly we will recite. This noon is there, noon sakin. After noon sakin, ha is coming. This is also from huruful halki. Ha, what are huruful halki? Hamza, ha, ain, ha, ghain, and kha. Subhanallah, the author has beautifully placed them in sequence. So an-amta. This noon came, noon sakin. After that is ain. Yeah. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Sister, some points, some things are there where we can do exercise, and some matters are there where we cannot much do exercise. So this is yan hituna, noon sakin, and after noon sakin is ha. Once again, noon sakin come, which is in the red color here. May Allah bless the author. Ameen. Noon sakin came, and after noon sakin is ghain. Ghain is again from huruful halki. Fasayun ghaiduna. Not yun. You say yun. You say clearly. And this here, noon sakin, after noon sakin, kha is coming. Wal mun khaniqatu. But this was all in one word. Yeah. In two words, look, man came, the noon is there. After that is hamza in another word. Here also we will recite with izhar. We'll say man amana. Once again, noon and the next word, in the next word appearing huruful halqi. So it's not necessary, it has to be in one word. It can be in two words as well. The only condition is in the first word, noon sakin should be the last letter. And in the second word, a letter from huruful halqi should be the first letter, like the case here. Min hadin. This is min alaqin. Then again, noon comes in the first word, last letter, and ha is coming in the second word, first letter. Min hakimin. And this is how min ghillin, min khilafin. For tanween, once again, tanween, of course, tanween. Can tanween come in the middle of the word, sisters? Who think tanween can come in the middle of the word? Tanween always come at the end of the word. Yeah, it's always at the end. It can never come in the middle. We say tanween, but basically there's a noon. The noon is not written here, but we are saying it. When we say adha, ban, what's the last sound you're hearing? Ban. So noon is there. It's not written, but we pronounce. So this is the example of tanween, and after tanween, any of the word from huruful halqi coming. Adhaban, alima, so tanween and hamza. Tanween and ha. Tanween and ain. Tanween and ha. Tanween and ghain. Tanween and kha. Is it all clear, everybody? Okay, one small note here that we have to say it very clearly. So we say an'amta. We don't rush it. We don't say an'amta. If we say it fast, then sometimes what happens is we add some haraka to this noon. So every time, this is not only for this, every time you see sukoon, just show it as a sukoon. Don't rush, otherwise you might end up making it fatha, dhamma, kasra, anything depending on what is coming after that. So these are more examples, but the reason for have a look at this here as well. So noon is there, after noon is hamza, noon is there, after there's hamza. This was in 2 words, this is in 1 word, this is tanween and hamza is in the separate words. This is how this whole page is. When you will receive the recording in PDF, you can inshallah go through that and you can do more exercises here. In the Mus'haf, it is written like that. In Usmani Mus'haf, in the Middle Eastern one, as we've seen before. So this is equal to, in this one is equal. The slanted line for the fatha is totally aligned. This kasratain is totally aligned. Yeah. Dhammatain, we can't really understand from here what's happening, but if you see in the Mus'haf, you'll understand. So this is totally aligned, this is totally aligned. Look here. Look as a counter example, look at this afwajan. We say jan, if we join, then there's a fa. So these lines are not totally aligned because after this tanween, the letter coming is not from huruful halqi, but is some other letter. Look at this one. Lahabiyun. Because waw is coming and idgham is going to happen, this is equal to sign under the letter is not properly, perfectly aligned. This is what it is being said on that particular slide. Here we can see this is not aligned and this is aligned because what is happening after this tanween is hamza coming. So the third rule is al-iqlab. Iqlab means to change, to turn over. When does this happen? This is very simple, very easy. We are in the rules of what? Noon sakina and tanween. So every time we will be looking, whenever noon sakina and tanween appears in the Mus'haf, we will see what is after that and we will apply the rule accordingly. So here we have to see just one letter. If there is a ba, then we will change it into meme. Is it clear? It's very simple. There's no rocket science into that. What you do is you change this ba into meme and do gunna and then say it. Okay, Sister Muhammad, what about the one not aligned? Like those who are not aligned are actually the indication of there is idgham over there. Sirajan wahaja. So for example, if you look, this is sirajan. So what we are doing idgham here, isn't it? Tanween is coming, but after tanween, waw is coming. Waw belongs from which category? Who can tell me, sisters? After waw, this waw, which is coming after tanween, belongs from yarmalun. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Sister Mamtana, the question was that in this tanween, this waw is coming. So waw belongs from which group? What rule will apply? Obviously, we will apply idgham because this waw is from yarmalun. So we said when noon sakina tanween comes, ba comes after that, then we change this meme, change this ba into meme and do gunna, and then we say it. Now, how do we do it? There are 2 ways of doing it. There are 2 opinions in that. First, we will do that, and then we will look into the details. Or let's do it here first. So al-iqlab in the language, in the dictionary, it means changing the form of one thing into another. Whereas istirahan, yani in tajweed, it means noon sakina or tanween, change it into meme with the gunna and with the ikhfa. Since we have not studied ikhfa, but just understand that you have to do gunna and do the ikhfa. But how can you understand how to do the ikhfa unless we don't do ikhfa? Let's do ikhfa first then. So what is ikhfa? It's very easy, very simple. What are the letters of ikhfa? Who can tell me? Sister Ahmed, ikhfa means to hide. Yes, hiding. But what are the letters of ikhfa? Sister Asiya Fatma said 15 letters. Is there any way to memorize these 15 letters? Oh, there is a way, but there's again a way which is, I think, difficult for sisters. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Sister Mumtana was writing. May Allah bless you, sisters. Okay, the easiest way to memorize the letter of ikhfa, 15 letters, is just take out yarmalun, 6 letters, take out the throat letters, hamza, ainha, ghainha, and take out ba. Whatever left is all ikhfa letters. Simple as that. So we will first see what is ikhfa, and then we'll come back again to this letter thing. Sister Mumtana will come back again to this. I wanted to say something about izhar as well, but we left it. We will say about it in few minutes, inshallah. So al-ikhfa is when after noon sakin or tanween, any of these letters is coming. Ta, tha, jim. Let's go to the definition. Al-ikhfa. The meaning of ikhfa is to hide something, right? And istalahan, to pronounce it between izhar and idgham without any shadda and with the gunna. So this is a little bit tricky if somebody wants to understand it very much in detail. If somebody wants to just understand from the surface, then it's not really much. Once again, ikhfa means to hide. In Tajweed, ikhfa means to recite ikhwa between izhar and between idgham without any shadda with the gunna. So what do we mean by that? So let's try to solve one thing at a time. Between izhar and idgham. So let's see how will we pronounce this letter here. Look at this one, this example. Yeah, this is an example from ikhfa. We say anfusakum, anfusakum. What is happening here? Apparently it looks like in idgham, but it is not. Why? Because in idgham, what do? You do the nasalization, you do the gunna, but then you merge this word into another word. Sister Badru, can you see the screen? Can anybody else have a problem looking at the screen? Sister is saying she cannot see the screen. Other sisters, can you see the screen? Okay, alhamdulillah. Sister Badru, please check your internet or maybe your device. So the difference, yani we are trying to understand what is the meaning of between izhar and idgham, baina izhar wa idgham. So when you do idgham, you make the letter one, you merge them. Yeah, man ya'mal min ba'di. So when you say, let's say man ya'mal, have a look here. Look, man yashtari. What do? This is noon, this is ya. You say man yashtari. You made them one word, like if there was a shadda, and you also said with unna. You said man. So noon, the nasalization is there. Sister Ahmed, we will answer this. Just hold on this point. What your question is about touching. But we are making them both one. We are doing unna and making them both one as if there was a shadda, there was a tashdid. Man yashtari. What are we doing here when we are trying to explain baina izhari wal idghami? Here. So we are doing gunna, but we are not joining. So this is the similarity with idgham. So it's halfway meeting idgham, halfway not meeting idgham. What is the, when we do izhar, what do? We read noon clear. If it was izhar, we will say an, but we are not saying an. In izhar, this is correct that it doesn't meet the next letter, it doesn't get merged, but you read noon clearly. Here, you are not reading noon clearly, rather you are reading noon with gunna. Are you getting, my sisters? In idgham, we do ghunna of the noon, and also we merge this letter with another letter. We make them as if they are one letter. Yeah, this was in idgham, ghunna and merging with another letter. Two things, ghunna and merging. Remember this. In izhar, it is a clarity. We read it clearly and we do not merge it as well. So what is happening in ikhfa? In ikhfa, you are doing ghunna as if you will do in idgham, but you're not merging. You are not joining with other letter as if you will not do it in izhar. I hope it is clear. You could also say idgham is like you put your hand in your, if you put your hand in your pocket. Here you're wearing a coat, let's say, you put your hand in your pocket of your coat, is gone. One cannot see your hand, is gone. Ikhfa, you can also say, if a child, okay, let's take an example of a child. Let's say a child is playing and he goes and hide behind the wall. Can you see him? You cannot see him. He's totally gone. Finish. End of it. But if a child is playing in a garden and he goes and hide behind a plant, not a tree, a plant, what's going to happen? You might be able to see his shirt here and there, his shoes there and there. You will have some idea of him. Where is he? But in idgham is totally gone. So this is ikhfa. And now about the ikhfa, how to say ikhfa. Yeah. So there are my sheikh says, when you say ikhfa, this is some people say other things as well. Then what you do is you take your tongue, and your tongue will very gently meet the front, the gum part of the front, thanaya, rubai, and aniyab, the front area of the gums of your upper tooth. Your tongue will very gently touch that. Yeah, and you will say the voice, you will say the sound from your nose, you will hold it in your nose, and you will not merge it, and you will say it in a way that is not an idgham, not in an izhar, but it is in the middle position, as we have seen that, as we have said it. So this is one way, yani touching the tongue very softly to the gummy part. However, there is another opinion as well, in which it is said that you don't touch the tongue anywhere. It's just suspended. It just goes near the makhraj, and you do the gunna from your nose, and that is it. So there are two ways. You say, for example, this word, you say anfusakum with your tongue suspended, not going anywhere, or you touch, when you say noon, your tongue very gently to the gummy part and say anfusakum. So now I'm doing it with touching, anfusakum, anfusakum, and without touching, anfusakum. If you, I'm not sure that over the internet you can hear it so clearly, but I'll tell you one thing. Yes, sister, there are a level of ikhfas. We'll come to that, inshallah. If you remember, here we have seen something. When we studied ghunna, this is a little bit advanced, but everybody should pay attention. Inshallah, you'll understand. We said there are 4 levels of ghunna: akmal, kamila, naqisa, anqas. In kamila, I'll not talk about what is the top. We are concerned with this right now. Anyway, this is mushaddada. This is when we do idgham, then it is akmal ghunna. The ghunna is at its peak. When is it not at its peak? Is when you do ikhfa. Yeah, when you do ikhfa, then it is not ikhfa and iqlab. When you do that, then it is akmal. Kamila is iqlab, akmal is this. So this is akmal. Faman ya'mal, faman ya'mal. Kamila is al-insan here. Look, al-insan, this is ikhfa. In ikhfa, it is kamila. Once again, in the idgham, the ghunna is akmal. In ikhfa, it is kamila. Why did I bring that? Now, I want you to say it to yourselves behind the closed mics. This word, touch the tip of your tongue to the gummy part of sanaya, rubaya, and niyab, yani front teeth, the gum of that, and then say anfusakum, and second time without touching, say it anfusakum. Okay. What do I mean by kamila and akmal? Akmal is the top category. You see, ismu tafdeel, yani something is at the top. And in most complete, you could say Okay, less in English, perhaps you will say the most complete. Kamila means complete. Naqisa is weak, and anqas is yani weaker than this naqis. So this is the meaning of akmal and kamila. So akmal, if you will touch the tongue and then say it, your gunna will be strong. This is the point I'm trying to say. I take my words back. If you touch your tongue and do the ikhfa, as I said to you, if you touch the tip of your tongue to the gummy area, your gunna is not going to be strong. But if you don't touch it and then say it, your gunna is going to be strong. So what does it tell you? Perhaps, wallahu alam, it means that when you do the gunna of idgham, then of course you don't touch your tongue. You don't touch it, the nasalization will be strong. In the case of ikhfa, when you will touch the tip of the tongue to the gummy part of those teeth we have described, then your gunna is not going to be as strong. It will be little less. And this fits this definition, what we've just seen. Sister Samira, it applies to the not noon, but the gunna of the noon. Sister Ahmed, you are saying right, but we are not talking about pronouncing clearly here. This is something we have said, that this noon of anfusakum, we are not saying clearly means we say anfusakum, anfusakum. You're not saying anfusakum. It means we are out of the discussion of saying it clearly. Nobody's saying it has to be clear. What we are saying is, when we say ikhfa, should we touch our tongue to the gum area or not? This is all we are saying. So in my understanding is, in my humble opinion, I don't have any opinion. Who am I to have an opinion? All I'm trying to say is, according to what we see, if we touch the tongue doing ikhfa to our gums, then the level of gunna will decrease. And if the level of gunna will decrease, this fits with what the definition is of gunna is given by Sheikh Ayman Suwaid. This is all I'm trying to say. But however, as I said, there are both ways. Some people will do it with the touching. Some people will do it without the touching. It depends what opinion you are following. But I think they both are okay. It's just that more of the subtle information. This is what it is. No, sister. You can't just say any noon is a little bit up. If we look at the clock, noon is like perhaps an 11 o'clock or 10:30. So it's not the makhraj of noon, because we are not going to say noon. Sister Asia, I'm trying to answer your question. We are not going to the makhraj of noon, because if we have to do, then we'll do izhar, we'll say anfusakum, anfusakum. This is the makhraj of noon. Yeah. Sister Samira, gunna with no merging. This is very good, you said. This is gunna with no merging, because merging occurs in idgham. Here, there is no merging is occurring. So I was thinking, to be honest, before the class, that shall we go with in this detail, or shall we not go? Then I think during the class, I just carried away. So if you would want to ignore all the last discussion, leave it. Take Sister Samira's word. Beautifully, mashallah, explain. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless her. Gunna with no merging, simple as that. Don't go into too many details of gunna if you don't want to yet. Once you think you are ready for it, once you want to know it, then do it. Now, so we have understood the definition of ikhfa. We understood how to say ikhfa, right? Now we will do the practice as well, inshallah. We will read this, but there are levels of ikhfa. One is ala, one is adna, and one is wusta. When is ala? When is the top level of ikhfa? Is when we say after noon sakin or tanween, ta, dal, or ta. That time, the level of ikhfa is at the peak. Adna, the lowest is when noon sakin and tanween, after that qaf or kaf comes. And wusta is all other letters. So leave these 5 letters out, and the other letters are wusta. Is it clear? Is it clear, sisters? Can you hear me? Okay, repeat. Okay, the repeat is, we said that we understood that the ikhfa, the definition of ikhfa, we understood what is it, how it is between izhar and idgham without doing shadda. Can I share the letter? Sister Aisha, Sister Aisha Faiq, I didn't understand. Okay, I'll try to explain once again. I actually, I said many things, so I don't know which one are you referring to. Okay, what I said was we understood how is ikhfa, what is the meaning of ikhfa. In the language, ikhfa means to hide something, but this hiding is not a very complete hiding. Like in idgham, idgham is total hiding. So ikhfa means to hide linguistically. In technically, it means to say the word between izhar and between idgham. So we have seen what is the meaning of between izhar and between idgham, that in izhar there is no gunna, but in ikhfa there is a gunna. In idgham there is a merging, but in ikhfa there is no merging. So this is how we understood that. Now when we say about, then the third thing perhaps we said about was the categories, not the categories, the of the gunna. So we said about that gunna, the most complete gunna. So we said third thing or fourth thing, how to say ikhfa, how to do ikhfa. This is where this akmal and kamil things come. So we said that there are a couple of opinions in that. One is that the tongue very gently meets the gummy part of the front teeth, and then you take the your sound into the nose. So you say anfusakum, anfusakum. One is this, I'm touching the tongue. Other opinion is that you don't tip of the tongue, and you say anfusakum, anfusakum. So in my understanding, the second one, when you don't touch the tongue and then you say it, then the gunna, which you are doing now, is more stronger than the gunna which you were doing with the touch of the tongue. So to decide between which one is the more right, not right and wrong, but to decide which one is what, then we went to the categories of gunna, in which we read that the most complete gunna is in idgham. And we are studying ikhfa. Ikhfa has got 1 degree lesser in gunna. So when we touch our tongue, then the degree of gunna automatically gets reduced, because then this gunna is not very strong. So then I said that perhaps this matches with the ikhfa, and when we should do idgham, we should touch the tongue to the gummy area very gently and do the nasalization, of course, from the nose. However, if somebody wants to not touch the tongue and just keep it suspended and then say ikhfa, this is fine as well. This is, once again, I said, perhaps this is from the chapter of going into any detail and trying to be more subtle and accurate. Another thing, other day we said about the maratib of gunna, as we have seen today as well, the 4 things. However, I come across something else, which is that there are 5 according to my sheikh, there are 5 maratib of gunna. So according to him, when noon and meme has got shadda, that is the top level. Yeah, and after that level goes, as we have seen that. This was just a side information. Is everybody clear? Okay, Sister Mumtaina, you want the explanation. Okay, let's see which one are letters. So let's say we'll take 2, Ala and Adna, and Usta, inshallah, you will understand that. So where is the Ta or Ta or Dal coming here? Here it is. So this one would be Bismillah Ta'ala. Kalimatan tayyibah. Kalimatan tayyibah. This one. Kashajaratin tayyibah. Kashajaratin tayyibah. Now coming to the Adna, which is Qaf and Kaf. Look at this. This is Adna. Ankana. Min qablu. One of the reasons perhaps is this, that where is the sound of noon coming from? And look, where is the sound of kaf coming from? Where's the sound of ka coming from? They are far apart compared to the noon. Sister Samira, I'll read your question. Give me 1 minute. So Sister Mumtaina, kaf and qaf, they are very far from actual noon, isn't it? So hence the ikhfa gets lesser, because as soon as you finish your nasalization, you have to go far away back. Min qabl, min qabl, min. If you say, and if you try to draw a diagram in your mind that where is your sound and where the makharij traveling, you will say as soon as noon came, noon finished, and you have to race towards qaf and kaf. So you don't get much time for that. So perhaps this is what adna is. Whereas ta, dal, and ta, with that, it is the a'la, it is the strongest of ikhfa. Okay, Sister Samira. So with noon and meme is the top. Noon and meme is the top when there is the shadda. When there is a shadda, you got the point right, but just get it like this. Here. وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ سَلَّمْ فِي الْيَمِّ وَلَا تَخَافِي. One of the reasons perhaps could be because of the shadda you hold there. So meme and noon has got the gunna naturally in it. We have seen it before, that if I'm saying you see, I close my nose, that nose got disturbed because it's coming from the nose. When I say meme, you see, I can't just say it because I obstructed the way. So there's already a gunna. And what is the meaning of shadda? Shadda means you are saying the word twice. There are two words. So one gunna plus two gunna obviously is going to make that particular letter full of gunna, the akmal. So this is what happens with, you are right in as long as noon and meme, but noon and meme has to be with the shadda for it to be the most complete. Stress the word, yeah, because the shadda you stress the word, because what is shadda? Shadda means one letter is sakin, the other letter is mutaharrik. If it was not in the Quran, and if you just open this word, then basically this walakinna are four words. Walakinna, here you see three, but there are four. Lam, kaf, and then noon with the sukoon, and then noon with the fatha. So the two noons are merged because they are the same letters. So lakinna, lakinna. So you are holding, you are stressing the word. I hope it was clear. But these things, many of these things are just, you could say they're the interesting thing, they're ladhiz, they're sweet, but if you don't want to go in this much detail, it should be okay. Okay, we are past our time, well past our time. I've realized because some sisters have left and then they get upset, and the feedback I receive is that, oh, class doesn't get end at time and we have other things to do, and this is so right. So what have we left here in ikhfa? Oh, we have not done iqlab. Labas, inshallah, iqlab we'll do next time. It was any beneficial for us to understand ikhfa, because if we know ikhfa, then we will be able to understand when it is said in iqlab, we have to do meme with mukhaffama, with gunna. So what is the meaning of mukhaffama? No problem, inshallah, we will complete this chapter next time and try to start the next chapter as well, since sisters are left. So I think it would not be fair that we discuss any more about these things. So whatever is left, since our chapter is not ended, inshallah, we will talk about these things, whatever is there. Like there are certain names for these ones, and what is the reason for those names. So inshallah, we will see that next time. But sisters, whoever are present there, I'm requesting you, please try to memorize things. You see, please try to memorize these words. At least these are very important here. Yeah, they can always listen on to the audio. You are right, sister. But it's best that we end it because time is now, we are over our time. Even if we consider I was being late for a while, even then it is done. How many classes left? Perhaps because depending on how much detail we go. Some sisters among your group, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them, they are very keen on the details. So if when you start talking details, then obviously it takes a little bit more time. But I think there should be depending on again where we want to end the tajweed, because tajweed there's so many things. There are basic things and then there are non-basic things, but we'll try to cover it inshallah in next 5-6 weeks. Inshallah, we will be done and over with. Bismillah ta'ala. Yeah, I said for the test sister, but then leave aside whatever has happened before. Just today, it's so difficult for sisters to memorize these small words. The test will just make people, perhaps it will put them off, and we don't want people to be put off. This is Tajweed course. If somebody is coming instead of 4 weeks in a month, they're coming 3 weeks, 2 weeks, it's okay. At least they're coming and listening something. Sometimes tests and exams put people off and they say, I don't want to go there, then I'll feel embarrassed. So we will leave the test. Every time we try to test in the beginning of the class. So we see only 5-6 people reply. Other people are perhaps shy, or I don't know what is the reason. And as Samira is correctly saying, the main thing is to understand and apply it. Application should be there. Yeah, I was saying see, there were the tip to memorize is two. One is you just memorize this, mashallah, you memorize things, I think. So you can just memorize this poetry. صف ذا ثنا كم جاد شخص قد سما دم طيبا زد في تقي ضع ظالما. So every first letter of the word is from this. And if the better explain is here. Here, the Sheikh has given these, look here, he's placed the letters properly. So Sif is here, Swad is here, Dha is here, Dha is here, Thana, Tha is here, Kam, Kaf is here, Jada, Jim is here. So either you memorize this, or the most easy ways, which will be giving you, inshallah, multiple benefits, bismillah ta'ala, you memorize Yarmalun. You should know this word Yarmalun, and you should know Huruful Halqi, and you should know Ba. So out of the alphabets of Arabic language, you take 6 of the Yarmalun out, 6 of the Huruful Halqi out, 12, 1 Ba out, 13. Out of the 28, how many left? 15. That's it. So you don't have to memorize this poetry if you don't want to. Just memorize Yarmalun and 6 letters of Huruful Halqi, and Ba you don't need to memorize, you know it's Ba. So this is multiple benefit. By doing that, you know the letters of Ikhfa, because whatever letters are not there are here. One thing. And you also know the letters for Idgham, Yarmalun. This will give you benefit that every time there's a situation of Idgham, you know these letters, and you know Idgham with Gunna, Idgham without Gunna. And whenever Nun Sakin and Tanween is coming, if you know Huruful Halqi, then you know that there's an Izhar going to be. So just by memorizing those 3 things, you will be able to get through with this without having any difficulty, inshallah. Yes, Sister Samira, we understand. Test should be by choice. This is what I'm saying. Test perhaps is not suitable for this class. It's okay. I mean, every time when we start the class, we have some time, we go through the questions. So it's kind of a revision for everybody. Sister Fatima, stopping and starting. Yeah, sister, inshallah, we'll come to chapter of that, inshallah. No problem. Yeah, Sister Mumtaina, for telling others, for teaching others, that's the best way. That if they memorize those 12 letters and Ba, and nobody needs to memorize, everybody knows Ba is Ba, then the rest of the letters are Ikhfa letters. This is the brilliant way of doing it. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, you memorize, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Ameen. Barakallah fiqh, sisters. So inshallah we'll end the class. Bismillah ta'ala. Next week we'll meet, inshallah. We'll try to finish this chapter and see what more we can do. Sister Mumtaina, I really apologize. The recitation part, we are really, really late now. For that, what we have to do is we must have to end the class early. If the whole class is done early, then we can have some time for recitation. But we continue, because what I want is that people, they get practical skills of Tajweed. But don't worry about the recitation. Even if we haven't done it today's class, maybe if we don't do it in next 1 or 2 classes, the best way, one of the best ways, when we've learned all the rules, then we can open the Musaf and practically apply over there. Yeah, as you said it. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. Once we have maybe the Noon Sakin and Tanween, or maybe few more rules, and then we apply everything. You see, Sister Samira is saying the more we cover, the better. I understand some sisters have this idea that we should, cover things instead of, because Sister Mumtena, you have done things. So you feel like, okay, let's take it to the next level. But some sisters, they want to just really reach to the level where they grasp everything. And then inshallah, they will be able to move towards the more subtle things of that. So first we will try to cover that. And this is one reason we haven't started the Sifat with Lazima, because that's a chapter, is a kind of a different chapter. We cover this one first. This temporary one is done. We will do the practice and then we will move to that one. Don't worry about it. Jazakumullah khairan, everybody. Barakallahu feekum. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabarak. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.